Hey, welcome back. Dude in a Jeep is back. Okay, so I wanted to talk about something I bought today. Coinbase. I bought Coin today, and I've been thinking about it for a while, but I decided to pull the trigger today. I'll explain why and what I think Coinbase can do, right? In the next couple of months, I think it's going to do really well, which is awesome. Which is awesome. So I started to think about buying Coinbase stock. It was a couple weeks ago. I think the first thought came to me maybe like 2 months ago because I saw somebody's comment on a video that I was watching, and they're like, "Why would you invest in Coney when you could just buy Coinbase? Because you'll do better in Coinbase." And it didn't really register at the time, but it's been kind of working through there in my brain. And last night, it's like I had a dream about the crypto bull run. This has started happening now. Like every 2 or 3 days, I have a dream about the crypto bull run. And it's ever since that. It's whoever it was, I don't remember who it was, that asked me like in a live stream a couple of weeks ago, like, do you dream about the bull run? And I was like, no, because I hadn't been. And then, of course, that triggered me to start dreaming about the bull run. So last night, I had a dream about the bull run, and that it was absolutely crazy, and that Coinbase stock had rocketed past what people thought it was ever going to be able to reach. So I woke up this morning, and I'm like, now is the time for me to pull the trigger on buying some Coinbase. So I sold off my SFOL. Off my SFOL. I'm like, okay, well, it's like I figured, it's better in Coinbase right now, in Coin, because it's going to perform really well over the next couple months, I think. And I look at it. I mean, there's obviously no guarantees, right? And the thing is, with looking back at the price charts for Coinbase, you can see potentially where we're going to get to and probably go beyond in terms of price action. Now, Coinbase didn't do its IPO until we were like almost through the last bull run, I think. So it's like that's where you don't see a price chart for Coinbase during the entirety of the bull run. But I look at the tail end of the bull run and I'm like, okay, well, I assume we could get back up to those levels, probably beyond. And I think, based on those numbers, it's easy to see that, well, we could easily do a 3x probably in the next like 6 to 9 months to do a 3x, and maybe even beyond that, maybe 4x or 5x, I don't know. But that's a pretty incredible return. That's way better than the yield I was getting on SFOL. Way better. I can buy a lot more SFOL with the proceeds from selling my Coinbase stock off than I can in SFOL. Also, it beats Coney yields. Think about this. So this is a play that we can all do next crypto winter. Here's my plan next crypto winter, is that about a year before the Bitcoin halving, or 9 months before the Bitcoin halving, like i.e. last summer, if we're talking about this cycle, I would buy Coinbase stock, right? And be able to buy it in the depths of crypto winter when it's kind of at its lows, and then ride it to a 3x, 5x, maybe a 10x, I don't know. But, that's the way to do it. And that type of yield, that type of return beats Coney's yield. Let's say you do a 3x return on Coinbase. Well, Coney, it can't do that in a year. It's like you're better off while we're going through the rise, in the readiness stage of getting prepped for the crypto bull run, is to just buy Coinbase stock rather than be in Coney, because your actual returns are actually better, and they're taxed better too. If you hold on to the stock for at least a year, you get long-term capital gains tax treatment versus short-term / ordinary tax treatment on distributions coming off of Coney. So from my perspective, it's actually a better play in terms of generating wealth over Coney. It only comes around once every 4 years. You have this opportunity. It's like you got to ride the rocket when the rocket is launching. And if you know when it's going to launch, approximately, you can get aboard before it actually launches. So, most stocks are not like this. Most stocks are not cyclical like this. They're not. You got to try to, figure out which ones you think are going to rocket and do the 3x or 5x or whatever. And you don't get things like GameStop very often where they just like rocket to the moon. That's not the norm for stocks. It's the norm for a lot of crypto stuff, but not for stocks. So to pull a 3 or 4 or 5x return on Coinbase is pretty cool. Like within a year-long period, you can't do that. That beats Microsoft, it beats Apple, it beats Meta, it beats Google, it beats them all. Like it's the fastest growth. If you can get in at the depths of the low prices during crypto winter and sell it off during the bull run, or before the bull run, or during the course of the bull run. All right, we're going to find out what the stock looks like, how it acts during the course of the bull run. Coinbase stock has never been present, and it hasn't ridden through a crypto cycle yet. It caught the end of the last one, but it's never been through a full one. So we're going to see what it can do. But I'm pretty excited about it. I'm like, all right, I'm like ditching S-Fall. I'm like, out of here. You're out of here. And we're going for Coinbase because I think that's a better play right now. And it's kind of fun. It's like, I wish we had these opportunities more often. I wish crypto bull runs came around like every 2 years or something, but they don't. And it's only once every 4 years that you can do this kind of stuff. And then once they're over, you have this long ass waiting period you have to get through. And I don't know, that's just the way it is. But anyway, so I got into Coinbase. I just wanted to talk about that again. I wanted to mention, like, if you do the math, you actually get better returns than Coney. Like if you get in and you can get a 3x or 5x or better, you get a better return than if you were invested in Coney. And yeah, so I like that. I don't know, by the way, speaking of Coney, I don't know what the hell's going to happen. I mean, Coney's going to tank after the crypto bull market is over, because Coinbase stock is going to tank after the crypto bull market is over, unless we're living in a wacko world. That's what I would expect to happen. And if Coinbase stock tanks, which I think it's going to, Coney's going to crash. And it's going to unfortunately leave a lot of people who are into Coney just wrecked, because there are going to be a lot of people that don't know to sell out. They thought they could buy it and hold it for a long period of time, and they're going to get absolutely wrecked. And that's the problem with these yield max funds. It's why I don't want to recommend them as long-term holds. I think JoinJen on Discord mentioned something this morning that was relevant to this. She said something like they're more appropriate for short-term holds, like just kind of trading plays, like you're in for a while and then you're out. And sometimes you can be in there for 3 months, 6 months, a year even, but then you have to get out. And sometimes you don't know when you have to get out. Like if you're invested in, MSFO, the Microsoft stock, you don't know when Microsoft could have a big pullback, but if and when it does, you can get wrecked in MSFO. But right now, the getting is good in MSFO. There's no NAV erosion. Things look good, so you can enjoy those dividends for now. But it's not something that I'd want to hang my head on long term, I don't think. So anyway, we diverged from talking about Coinbase, but yeah, that's it. All right, I will see you guys in the next video. Obviously, you guys have probably noticed the new channel name, EG Invest. I'm trying it on, seeing how it fits. I don't know. I might switch it to something else. I can't switch it till like 14 days. So I got to think about it. So I got to think about it a little bit. I might change it up. But I don't know. Anyway, I'm glad you guys found this video. Hope you guys are doing well. I will catch you in the next one. I'll be doing another one today on how I intend to sell without crashing the market and ruining it for everyone. So stay tuned for that. Take care, guys.